Okay, when you revise this for your milestone submission, you are missing step two from the instructions. You're supposed to add another additional image to your composite, and then you're supposed to create a duplicate shell, or I'm sorry, screw. The screws should be, there should be four screws, one at each of the corners, and then a fifth one added. Now, as you're doing this, I would also spend time cleaning up the soup plate. There's a little white around the edges, and then especially the coral, a little bit white around the edges itself. So there's, when you're working with your selection techniques, try to come in a little bit to your selection and not to be right on the edge. So I always tell students come in a pixel or two. It makes your life easier. Now in this case, what I would do is, since you have this on a separate layer, which is done nicely, because then you can just take your elliptical marquee. I want to get a portion of this selected. Now here's the easy part. Go up to select, transform selection, and we're just going to resize this to get to the edges. And I'm holding down, when I want to go in, I'm holding down the shift key to resize to get to the edges itself. And then what I'm going to do is, once I press my enter key, I'm going to do a select inverse and then press my delete key. That should take care of that white around there. This gets a little bit trickier because you got a lot of the white around the edges in there. So you could do something similar, but you might have, the key is, you could just select your coral again and do a select inverse and press your delete. That would work to kind of get rid of most of that white.